channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and Jake family. Welcome back to the channel, baby. It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back
with
another reaction video. All right, y'all, so we back once again. Welcome back. Hope y'all got a chance to go check out some of our other videos that we've been dropping for y'all. Pretty interesting topics. You feel me? So with that being said, I know y'all see that title. I know y'all see that thumbnail. So why don't you go ahead and let them know who we're going to react to today.
Candice Owens, the left has become desperate.
The left has become desperate. Now, we just actually reacted to a Candice Owens the other day about the Democrats not liking the blacks, something like that. So
wanting the blacks to fail.
Or wanting the blacks to fail. There we go. We know Candice Owens can be very blunt. She don't bite her tongue for nothing. So let's see what she has to say about this one. But before we get into it, everybody that's out there who has not yet subscribed to the channel, bam, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And then comment down below, baby. Man, come and join the squad. You feel me? Half and Jay. Plus, we already kicking off. What? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. Happy.
Boom.
Here we go.
Welcome to Waters World. I'm Jesse Waters. Fireworks flying on Capitol Hill this week between conservative commentator Candice Owens and California Congressman Ted Lieu at a hearing on hate speech. The exchange becoming the most viewed C-SPAN Twitter video for a House hearing ever. Nearly 6.8 million views. Watch the whole thing.
I don't know Miss Owens. I'm not going to characterize her. I'm going to let her own words do the talking. So I'm going to play for you the first 30 seconds of a statement she made about Adolf Hitler.
I agree. I actually don't have any problems at all with the word nationalism. I think that it gets, the definition gets poisoned by elitists that actually want globalism. Globalism is what I don't want. So when you think about, whenever we say nationalism, the first thing people think about, at least in America, is Hitler. You know, he was a National Socialist, but if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. Problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German.
Ms. Owens, I'm sorry. We just started recording. Would you like time to respond to that?
Yes, I think it's pretty apparent that Mr. Lieu believes that black people are stupid and will not pursue the full clip in its entirety. He purposely presented an extracted clip.
The witness will suspend for a moment. It is not proper to refer disparagingly or to a member of the committee. The witness will not do that again. Witness may continue. Sure,
even though I was called despicable.
Witness may not refer to a member of the committee as stupid.
I didn't refer to him as stupid. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. You didn't listen to what I said. May I continue?
Please.
As I said, he is assuming that black people will not go pursue the full 2-hour clip. And he purposefully he cut off, and you didn't hear the question that was asked of me. He's trying to present as if I was launching a defense of Hitler in Germany, when in fact, the question that was asked of me was pertaining to whether or not I believed that whether or not I believed in nationalism, and that nationalism was bad. And what I responded to was that I do not believe that we should be characterizing Hitler as a nationalist. He was a homicidal, psychopathic maniac that killed his own people. A nationalist would not kill their own people. That is exactly what I was referring to in the clip, and he purposely wanted to give you a cut-up similar to what they do to Donald Trump to create a different narrative. That was unbelievably dishonest, and he did not allow me to respond to it, which is worrisome and should tell you a lot about where people are today in terms of trying to drum up narratives. By the way, I would like to also add that I work for Prager University, which is run by an Orthodox Jew. Not a single Democrat showed up to the embassy opening in Jerusalem. I sat on a plane for 18 hours to make sure that I was there. I'm deeply offended by the insinuation of revealing that clip without the question that was asked of me.
Wow. Here with reaction, Communications Director for Turning Point USA, Candice Owens. First of all, Candice,
y'all see how they try to just throw her like under the bus? Not throw her under the bus, but trying to paint a picture to make it seem like she was going a different direction with the Hitler thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy how people do stuff like that. Like, they'll catch an interview that you would do, but they'll edit out 30 minutes of the interview, but show the last 10 minutes they got something to say with, you know what I'm saying? And then they try to twist your words. I hate when they be doing stuff like that, man. That's
You
bad.
do that to me.
Huh?
You do that to me in the videos when you edit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do that. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Without the question that was asked of me.
Wow. Here with the reaction, Communications Director for Turning Point USA, Candice Owens. First of all, Candice, congratulations on the engagement. We are all very happy for you.
Thank you very much.
Let's see the ring.
I've never done this before. Now everybody has seen it in the world, right here on Waters World.
There it is. There's the debut. All right, well, first of all, nice performance up there on Capitol Hill. I know it could get a little crazy, but everybody tuned in for it, and it was just bananas up there. So nice work getting your point across. I do want to read what you said, and then you can explain, I guess, how this guy, Ted Lieu, is taking it out of context. You did say, if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is he had dreams outside of Germany. And so everybody's latching on to that comment. What was the context there?
Oh, it was a 2-hour discussion, and what we were talking about in various parts was about globalism and nationalism. And the woman who had asked me a question basically said, nationalism is now viewed as a very dirty word. How do us patriots sort of reclaim that word? And what I was responding to her is that the reason why it's considered a dirty word is because it's wrongly conflated with Hitler, when Hitler was not, in fact, a nationalist. Now, if I had known that this clip was going to be pulled 3 months later from BuzzFeed on a hunt to try to put something nasty about me, I would have been much clearer in my response. But it was over a 2-hour course of a conversation. I was basically just saying that Hitler was by no means a nationalist. He wasn't focused on just Germany. He was killing the German people. He was a homicidal maniac. So what Ted Lieu did was an incredibly dirty trick, and in my opinion, it undermines not only the American people, but especially black Americans. That entire hearing was about how there's a looming threat in black America.
Right, and you made that.
I was going to say, before this clip right here just came up, when she was going at it with, what's his name? Min Liu, whatever. Sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. But you can just tell that they don't like her just because she's a Republican. You know what I'm saying? Or a conservative, however you want to, word it. But you can tell that they just dislike her. And he just said flat out before he even said anything, started playing the tape, that he's not going to characterize her. Mm-hmm. But yet, in my opinion, he did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of contradicting himself at the same time. So, I don't know.
It undermines not only the American people, but especially black Americans. That entire hearing was about how there's a looming threat in black America.
Right, and you made that point about how he thought that black Americans weren't smart enough to find the full context, and the chairman Nadler didn't even know what you said. I don't even think he was paying attention.
Right.
One of the problems is that whenever you use Hitler in an analogy or bring him up as a part of an argument for argument's sake, it always is then seized upon by political enemies or people that don't even understand the context, right. And then it's used against you. So I would never, if this is just my advice, I would never bring up Hitler at all, ever, right. In a political right. context, in any sort of debate, because it's never going to go well. Right. So I just don't do it. And I think
right.
you
and
probably
actually,
know that by now.
That's really good advice. I obviously learned this lesson the very hard way. It's probably good advice, but the other side of this, though, is that it is bizarre now. It's one thing when they try to do this to white people and try to paint them as white nationalists. I am a black female, okay? It is very bizarre to try to paint me as someone who would support Hitler, right? So, and I agree with you, and now I'll never, because they're out to get me all the time, I'll be very careful in how I describe things. But it does also showcase to black Americans how desperate the left has become, how desperate Democrats have become when they're trying to smear and libel a black American woman as someone that would ever support a homicidal maniac that murdered 6 million Jews. So in that way, it kind of helps get out what I'm trying to teach them, which is that Democrats use racism, sexism, and anti-Semitism as themes to simply go after their political opponents. Do not care about any of us.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, too. Like, But she said it already. But they was making it seem like she was praising him,
Right.
praising Hitler or something like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody in their right mind who will, praise Hitler or think that whatever he was doing was right. You know what I'm saying? Unless you feared him in that particular time, and that's something you know what I'm saying? Because you was fearing for your life,
Right.
that he would kill you if you didn't go with what he was going with. But nowadays, like, come on,
It was just, it was funny how he was so confident to play that recording. He was quick to, point out that part, that particular part,
Right.
but didn't play the whole
2 hour.
right. Or I mean, I know they didn't have enough time for that.
Right,
but
right. At least the
he
part
could have
that-
explained it and then played that clipping. So
Right.
the left has become desperate.
Yeah, or at least played the part when they asked a question to her.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Related
right.
the question to her. So
That was political. Being in the politics is very. You have to really know what you're talking about and defend yourself.
yeah,
in
that's
the
for
proper
sure.
way.
That's for sure. That's definitely for sure. But Candace is very up on her thing.
Yeah,
though,
she's
like,
very intelligent.
very
and,
intelligent.
Yeah,
She's aware of everything that's going on. So can't just throw a curveball at her.
right.
Because she will smack it out the park. Okay. Baseball analogy.
Anti-Semitism as themes to simply go after their political opponents. They do not care about any of us.
Yeah, it's kind of just gross that Ted Lieu would accuse a black woman of being racist or a white nationalist. It doesn't even make sense. But
Right.
I really, he's not a really serious person, in my opinion. He's a strange person, but he's always just trying to create controversy. He's a radical partisan, and that was a stunt that he pulled. That was a cheap stunt that he pulled, and he thought it would work, but it didn't work. So way to be on your feet when it comes to that stuff. I think you were probably nice to him. I would have been a lot meaner if he had tried to pull that stunt on me. But Candace, again, it's tough out there, but you're right on the front lines. So I think a lot of people on that side appreciate it. And any last words for Ted Lieu?
Yeah, Ted Lieu, I just want to know why I wasn't granted the courtesy of your party, which is #BelieveWomen. Where did that happen? I thought this was the party that wanted to uplift minority voices, and they were so concerned about sexism and women. I'm a black woman. What happened to the policy of #JustBelieveWomen?
Yeah.
That's what I would say to Ted. It was an act of cowardice. It's one thing to present the video. To not allow me to respond to it shows you that they are ultimately cowards, and they're fearful because let me tell you something, and I'll say this prediction right now. The black vote is cracking. We are getting tired of the victim narrative. We are getting tired of not speaking about the real issues facing our community and trying to get us to believe in the boogeyman, the myth of white supremacy on the rise. That's something that's keeping us back.
All right. Candice Owens, there she is, the most watched clip ever on C-SPAN. Candice, thank you.
Wow, the most watched.
The black votes are cracking. A lot of black folks are starting to wake up and see that, the leftists, Democrats, however you want to call it, liberals, they're not for us. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep saying that they are.
Right.
Yeah.
He pulled that cheap. What is it?
Cheat code.
Not cheat code. A low blow. Shall
blow.
I say? Yeah.
Okay.
Low blow.
Yeah.
Very childish.
Very childish. Petty.
Right.
Petty. Thought that she wasn't going to respond the way she did too, though. You know what I'm saying? Thought she was going to crack under pressure. No, sir, Bobski. But y'all let us know what y'all thought about that one, though, man. Candice Owens, the left has become desperate. The blacks' votes are cracking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let us know what y'all thought about that. And we definitely appreciate everybody who tuned in and joined us once again on this beautiful Friday. Right? Beautiful Friday. You know what I'm saying? It'll be hot outside today. Make sure y'all drink a lot of water. And let's jump through some shout-outs.
Okay. First shout out goes to Alicia Savage. What's up, Alicia Savage?
Alicia Savage, what's going on with you? Shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Let us know what you thought about it. Comment down below. And come back and join us for some more reactions.
second shout out goes to Thomas Jr. What's up, Thomas Jr.?
Thomas Jr. I'm a junior too. So shout out to you. We already made the connection. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction, man. Let us know what you thought about it. Comment down below. And we'll catch y'all in the next reaction video.
Peace.